Hi everybody, Vaping Nathan here, and it is Thursday on the Vaping Nathan channel. You know what that means, it's Tank Thursday. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Innokin Isub. This is the original Isub, and I know there's thousands of reviews out there for it, but the truth is, it's still a good tank, it's still a valued tank in the community, and a lot of people use it. So that's why I'm putting the review out for it. And I am vaping the Boardwalk Empire's Electric Daisy. Oh my god, it's so good. It's that cheesecake flavor that was in my Zample Box. To die for. To die for. So, the Apex tank is a 4mm tank with German-made PC, which is polycarbonate tank, and stainless steel body. Now, the PC, I was trying to do a little research on it to see if it was that resistant plastic that's not gonna fail in a lot of the, citrus acids. I tried to do some research on that. I could not find any definitive answers. The most I can tell you is be careful with it. It is plastic. Well, polycarbonate. But the main thing they use the polycarbonate for, especially the German-made polycarbonate, is eyeglasses. So, I don't know if that gives you any more of an idea. Whether you can put the citric, the high-acid e-juices in there that tend to break tanks, like the CE4 tanks. I know if you put acidic e-juices in those, you will crack them. But the breakdown of the tank, you have the tank body and drip tip all in one piece. And then you have your quick change airflow, and then the main body of the coil head, or main body of the tank. And then the way you change the coil, this is the no spill method. You go ahead and take your bottom airflow off, and then you just pop your coil head out and put the new one back in. I do love these coils. See if we can get it on camera there. If you see there, there is actually a mesh screen in there, and that is to prevent spitback. See the juice hole there? There's 2 juice holes, one on either side. Honestly, I've had this tank for a while. I really enjoy it to play around with it. It's not my favorite tank in the world. I had it before I had the Triton, and I got the Triton, and that's what really got me onto the sub-ohm vaping. Love the Triton. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this tank up, and we will see how she vapes. I'm going to be filling it up with some of my husband's mixed berry flavor by East Coast Vapors. I am doing a review on this. I think it's next week I have it scheduled for. All of my reviews and vlogs and everything, my entire YouTube schedule is on my website. It is vapingnathan.com, and if you go to the home page and scroll to the bottom, you'll have a nice calendar, and you'll see where I have everything labeled, what I'm reviewing when, and when it will be uploaded. Because as we all know, I've said this in several videos, I don't have access to regular internet, so I have to rely on a friend of mine. She lets me come over any time of day or night and upload at her house. Unfortunately, she lives like 15-20 minutes away across the river, and it's a little expensive on gas to go every day. So I go twice a week. I go Wednesdays and Saturdays to do my uploads. So there. And you saw how to fill it up. Just right in between there. Just like you do with any other tank. Don't get it down the center chimney. Basics. Now, I really like running these Innokin coils about 20 watts. That's the best range I've had. And honestly, with all of my experience and my husband's experience with this tank, we have had it a very, very long time. The only issue we have is sometimes you can't get it apart. Like, it is, the threading on it gets very tight sometimes. So I'm going to throw it on my Ely 50 watt here, and we'll set it to 20. Okay, there we go. 20 watts there. There you could read that. And it is saying it's going to be a 0.4 ohm coil. I know the coil on it is supposed to be a 0.5. 1 point off really isn't that big of a deal. Great cloud production. Great flavor on these. The drag to me is a little too tight, and honestly with the Innokin products, for the Isub anyway, the Isub G, and I'll actually be reviewing the Apex here in a few weeks hopefully. I wish they had more juice flow holes. That's my only gripe with the Isub and the Isub G and their coils. The juice holes either need to be bigger or there needs to be more of them. Honestly, I think that's why I like the Triton so much, because the Triton has 4 juice flow holes. Huge juice flow holes. And the Isub only has 2. So you do get a dry hit a lot quicker. Like I said, great vapor production. It is a really good tank. Great for starter, and honestly, considering that you can get it for $12.99 on vapordna.com, it is a steal for this size tank. For a 4mm tank and a sub-ohm, you get 2 coils with the original packaging. Let me just throw it on a cool fire here, and I'll see how she vapes on that. Screws on nice and easy. Let's turn the wattage up here. Let's hit her at 25. Really excellent cloud production. The flavor is spot on with the mixed berries. No spit back, but occasionally, and I've noticed this with all sub-ohm tanks, the more vapor they produce, it actually builds up on the drip tips and you end up getting e-juice in your mouth, which is disgusting. And I actually tend to get it right here on my lip, and it just drips into my mouth. And it's horrible. It's because of how I vape, basically. Let's try this up at 30. Actually, that was tasting a little burny there. So we're going to back this down to 20 here. Good flavor, good vapor. Honestly, probably the best, cheapest tank this year. And like I said, Vapor DNA, $12.99. It's a steal. I do like Vapor DNA. They're really cheap with a lot of their products, especially the Isub products. I also do want to get another Isub G to give a review on. I really like the Isub G even better than the Isub. It's got a better design, removable drip tip. Another one of my cons with this is a non-removable drip tip, and I hate it. I absolutely love changing my drip tips out. I actually have my Isub G drip tip on my Triton because I like the feeling of it better. So, I think that's going to wrap up today's video. If y'all love vaping, please click on one of the links below for the advocacy groups and fight for your right. I cannot stress that enough. In today's society, we need to stand up for ourselves. Please, if you like what you see, comment, like, share, do all of it. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'm Vaping Nathan, and have a great day.